Let's talk about something really important. What if you could help turn your child's social struggles into one of their biggest strengths? Well, that's exactly what we're digging into today, how to unlock their friendship superpowers. You know that feeling, right? It's just a gut punch, seeing your kid on the sidelines, wanting so badly to jump in, but they just don't know how. It's a pain point for so many of us parents, and it's exactly what we're going to tackle. Okay, now check this out, because this is where we see a huge disconnect. A staggering 70% of kids say they feel lonely at school. But at the same time, 85% of parents, us, we think our kids have plenty of friends. That gap, right there, that's where the problem is hiding, and it's why we need to be talking about this. And let's be clear, this isn't just about who they play with at recess. We're talking about a fundamental building block for a happy, successful life. The friendships they make, or don't make, today really are shaping their entire future. And the stakes, wow, they are incredibly high. Kids who don't have strong friendships are 5 times more likely to face depression down the road and 3 times more likely to struggle with anxiety. These aren't just nice-to-have skills for childhood, they're absolutely essential for a healthy life. So, why is this so hard? I mean, shouldn't it be natural? Well, the rules of friendship are always changing, not just in our culture, but for your child as they grow up. Let's break down what's really going on here. You have to remember, this is a moving target. For a 2-year-old, a friend is basically just someone who's nearby and has a cool toy. But fast forward to age 8, and suddenly it's all about loyalty and trust. Then, as a teenager, it gets even deeper. It's about intimacy and figuring out who you are. See, if we try to apply toddler logic to a preteen's problem, it's just not going to work. We have to meet them where they're at. And then you've got all these societal pressures thrown into the mix. Boys are so often told they have to be tough, which can totally shut down the vulnerability you need to form real bonds. Girls, meanwhile, have to walk this crazy tightrope between wanting close friends and trying to avoid that whole mean girl stereotype. It's a really tricky landscape for all our kids. And look, these are the universal struggles. Shyness, being a little too bossy, that deep fear of rejection. Almost every single kid runs into one of these roadblocks at some point. So if you're nodding along and recognizing your child here, please know it's completely normal. And the best part, it's fixable. Okay, we've spent some time on the problem. Now for the good stuff, the solution. We're going to arm you with 6 practical, actionable superpowers that you can start teaching your child today to help build their confidence. So here they are, the 6 core superpowers. You've got skills like mastering listening and giving empathy. Then there are the protective ones, like spotting red flags, and the brave ones, like daring to share and speaking up safely. It all starts with us, the parents, creating those opportunities. Let's zoom in on a couple of my favorites. This is a game changer. Teaching your child how to spot the difference between a green light friend, someone who's supportive and respectful, and a red flag friend who's maybe controlling or always creating drama. That skill will protect them for the rest of their lives. It's really about teaching them to trust their gut. Or let's take that first superpower, active listening. This is so much more than just being quiet while someone else talks. It's about asking follow-up questions, remembering little details they shared last week. You know, that simple act makes the other person feel important, feel seen, and that is an incredibly magnetic quality to have. Now, this quote is so important, especially for the Speak Up Safely superpower. We often teach our kids to just avoid conflict, right? Be nice. But honestly, avoiding the problem can be way more damaging than the conflict itself. Teaching them how to use I feel statements instead of pointing fingers lets them work through disagreements in a way that can actually make their friendships even stronger. And of course, we can't talk about modern friendship without talking about the digital world. I mean, this is a whole new playground, and it comes with a completely different set of rules and risks. Just think about this for a second. Over 70% of young people have used AI as a companion. This isn't science fiction anymore, you guys. This is the reality our kids are growing up in, and it's totally reshaping how they think about real-life relationships. So this digital world, it's a real double-edged sword. On one hand, it's amazing for shy kids to find their voice, or for connecting with friends who live far away. But on the other hand, you lose all those nonverbal cues. The smiles, the eye contact, and the risk of cyberbullying is terrifyingly real. We've got to see both sides of the coin. So what do we do about it? Well, we become their digital coach. That means setting clear boundaries around screen time, teaching them about digital kindness, netiquette, and monitoring their interactions. but most importantly, making sure there's a healthy balance with actual face-to-face time. Whew, okay, we've covered a lot of ground. It might even feel a little overwhelming. So where on earth do you start? Let's make this super simple and actionable, something you can do today. Here's the key. Don't try to teach all 6 of these superpowers by Friday. It's just not going to work. Pick one. Just one. The one you think will make the biggest, most immediate difference for your kid. It's those small, consistent steps that create real, lasting change. And maybe before you even start teaching, just do this. The next time your child comes to you talking about a problem with their friends, just listen. Don't jump in with solutions. Don't try to fix it. First, connect with how they're feeling. Let them know you hear them. That connection, that's the foundation for everything else we've talked about. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. After everything we've explored today, what's the one challenge, the one superpower that you're going to focus on this week? Because your child's confidence, their happiness, it truly can begin with that very next step.